Hey guys, Tone here, and welcome back. Apologies again for the last two episodes, which had some visual and audio issues, but that should be fixed going forward. Another note related to that is I know throughout a lot of this series, there have been these kind of like sharp audio artifacts that kind of get in there, and I heard for people using headphones are pretty bad. And I have been looking into it for quite a while now. It has to do with my video editing and like the encoding that happens there. Um, so from now on, for the rest of the series, until I find a way to fix that, potentially, I am just going to not put the title slides in the front of the episode. Usually the only thing, more or less live kind of vibe to it. So this is going to be raw and uncut going forward. And that only happens with Cogmind from what I can tell. So I'm probably not going to invest a ton of effort into figuring out why, if this, if anything like that persists. Look into it, but I think this should fix that for now. Anyways, we are now in -3 quarantine. So the research branches, quarantine, testing, you had the testing, and S7 are some of my favorite parts of the game. There's a lot of really cool items in these areas, and it can become quite difficult based on how long you spend there and how greedy you want. We got beat up pretty bad last floor. That was on the more difficult side. I don't want to say it's like way more difficult than normal. Research branches are always pretty tough for slow combat bots like we are, but that was a tough ride, a tough road, and we've gotten beat up. I guess the bright side of that is I have 7 free inventory slots, which I'm going to need here. But we are almost down to no treads. Ooh, 15 integrity left on our Centurium heavy treads. I kind of foresaw that, and I grabbed these 2 biometal enhanced legs. I don't remember where we saw these. Are they from Zhirov, or maybe Warlord? It might have been from one of their stashes, or maybe we saw it somewhere else. But I figured we'd grab those in case this happened, and so here we are. That's going to hurt our coverage and our recoil with our kinetic weaponry, unfortunately, but hopefully we can restock on more treads here soon. I'm actually quite surprised that we haven't seen any good tread stockpiles. Usually we'll get one every floor or two, and since they come in groups of like 4 to 6 common heavy treads are 2 slot, you tend to be able to make do with that, although they do take up a lot of inventory space, which is unfortunate. And we haven't been spending a ton of time on the floors, but I think the last 2 factory and I have been looking for treads. So it is kind of surprising. We've been rolling with these since we found them in C6. It's been a while. Did get a pair of heavy treads and some improved heavy treads. I think I might have fabbed one of them. Kind of soldiers. I ended up comfortable, but lost pretty much all the treads. So we're gonna have to switch back to legs here soon. It's gonna hurt our accuracy and recoils. So quarantine has a lot of alien artifacts and some really interesting ones. A few ways that we could rebuild. Well, I think testing might be better than quarantine for our kind of build, but we should find some good stuff here. And if the S7 is on this death, then we might be able to take advantage of that. S7 will always occur on the death that quarantine is on or afterwards. So if quarantine is on -2, S7 is guaranteed to be on -2. If you know S7 is on -3, then quarantine is guaranteed to be -3. And I believe data miner gives you the S7 location to your world map. So you can kind of use that to figure that out way ahead of time in game planner. S7 would be very nice. Now, our alert is probably very high right now. I did not see a lot of assaults last floor, which is making me optimistic. But we got into a lot of combat, blew up a lot of stuff. So our alert is likely to be very high right now, which means we probably don't want to spend much more time on this floor because it's what they call an alert spiral. You raise alert, you fight more enemies, you get more assaults that you have to deal with, and then that raises your alert more, and then it just gets into a very unmanageable situation. For that reason, we want to get off this floor. Every time we change floors, the alert drops by quite a good. We probably have a little bit of a breathing room here, but I bet you we're still in assault territory. For that reason, I feel like we might want to get off of here and go to research next. So that means hopefully S7's on the next floor, so we can take advantage of S7. We'll play it as we go. There's a lot of low-level terminals in the research branches. They're just kind of like data informational terminals, and we can maybe use those even without much hacking power to reduce our alert. Yeah, we'll go from there. We got beat up. We do not have the best build right now. Now, quarantine, you'll see that we have an ambient temperature of -20. That means every turn the temperature goes down by -20. We'll find cryo cooling coils. I forget our cryo cooling ducts, I believe. Destroy on here. If you destroy one, then all non-combat bots leave the floor. That is great because there are researchers testing branches, and if you fire a weapon in front of a researcher, they scan you, and a lot of people consider that to well, that makes like new types of enemies start tracking you and chasing. It becomes very difficult, and it'll actually end a lot of people's games if they aren't. And we probably aren't super well prepared for that right now, since we're if we get stalked and hit it out, we might be okay. But if you blow up a cryo cooling duct and forces them all to leave, which is a little, especially right now, we have 9 corruption, 5% and higher, we can misfire. If you misfire in front of one, that also counts. It also makes combat pretty difficult, especially if you don't have sensors and you can't plan around. We lost our experimental signal interpreter, fortunately. Not using sensors. I'll probably leave them on out of combat. It should at least give us an indication of where. Oh, we're corrupted, so you get a lot of false flags. It's going to make this pretty bad, actually. Not actually a guy out there, but they're supposed to all be bots. We take off this molecular deconstructor. This actually came in a lot of handy. Very good at opening walls. I'd like to find the cryo cooling ducts, and I'd actually like to destroy 2 of them, because if you blow up a second one, then all combat bots leave the ambient temperature goes to +20, so you're gaining. They send out special enemies called quarantine guards. Quarantine guards, they're like have a kit based around not heating up, like lots of cooling equipment. They have really cool weapons that we might take advantage of. They are hyper-cooled linear accelerators. They're cannons with a huge -salvage modifier, but otherwise I think they will pretty well for us. They have 4 recoil, which means if we stick to treads, them as we want, they have about 10 heat gains. Generate. They do a lot of damage, so pretty nice for us. Beyond that, I don't believe you get assaults or programmers. I think that would be good for us. We might be able to explore a little bit at our own pace. Destroying each cryo cooling duct also spikes your alert. A little bit of an offset there. But if we want to explore a lot here, then I think if we can find them sooner than later, that might be better than not. So we'll see how that goes. I do wish we had better EM weapons. We lost all but the turf cannon, which is all. Ooh, 20 integrity. We're gonna have to make do. Take all my weapons off, maybe? Can't misfire a melee weapon. Let's get going, I guess. There's something here, it looks like. Got +5 corruption from an E. Could really use a corruption clean. Have time. It would have been good at 9, but 14. Analyst analysis. I'm at linear grav jet. Oh man, I think those are really good hover units. I believe those are some of the new hover units. 0%, so bothering with that. What else do we have here? That disarm traps looks pretty good, but maybe we should try out of here as soon as we can. The Trojan track would be really good. The botnet on. Oh, lucky, 99%. Get a few botnets and a hackware or something, we might be able to purge. So another thing to note about the research branches, both of them quarantine and testing. Opposite side of the map, there's a special area. In quarantine, camp room. That means your exit is on the other corner, or the other side of the map, and one of the two one exit. So actually pretty easy to navigate at the time. Easier than research a lot of the times, probably. This map is twice as long horizontally than it is. Here's our... Ooh, okay. A researcher. This looks like a room as okay, though it doesn't look like it's going to be on the edge. It looks basically rooms that have nice loot in them. Gotta be careful. They're explosive machine. If there's anything we can do about him. Or analyzer, we already have an experiment. Like some flavor of quantum reactor. I don't want to waste this room. I'm gonna say I'd like to dig through. Looks like the wall is here, so this is at least I'll stay out of this main piercing weapons, potentially pretty fast. Probably get into this door. You kidding me? We lost our sensor array too. It's brutal. And our great axe. Ooh. Puzzle bomb trap. Well. Oh, that was our digging tool. That hit like two of the worst things it could. I guess our sensor array wasn't We got one like low level signal interpreter. The sensor array would have been. Can't believe we just lost it. And our great axe, which was. Heck, guy's gonna come here and just. Bother with the botnets. Attacks that make. Okay, traps is tempting. I didn't mean to leave. Corruption's up to 18%. Gotta get off of this floor. Fight these reinforcements. Here. Get a lot worse. Up here, because would have removed any. Alright guys, well I said I wouldn't be editing this video to avoid those sound artifacts, but I just was sitting here recording, and I heard a very loud and angry buzzing behind me. So I went to investigate, and there was a large angry bee in my condo here, so I had to pause and go deal with that. I think it is out of the building, back into the outdoors. I didn't see it leave, but I'm pretty sure it's been dealt with, and boy, do I hope so. Large angry bee here, especially while I'm supposed to be in like isolation. A virus out there. But I think it's taken care of. So we will continue this, and this is the first time that's ever happened when I've been recording or streaming videos. It did happen on the one time I said I wasn't going to have to edit anything, but now we. So apologies about that, but let's get back into it. I believe we were running from these programmers, and I was deciding on whether I wanted to run into like one of these rooms in a terrible place. They're gonna be very close to us in like 2 moves though. I was considering running through their destabilized tiles, which are cave-in risk, but running through here would make a wall and only have to fight. You have to equip our items too. Fighting in this room is a very... even running over here is possibly a very bad. Blows up walls, then this guy can see us. Which I do run to this area and just risk the cave. Build is pretty freaking scary. It's the least moves, the least risk of more equipment exploding. I'm worried about with that. Give us at least a turn or two to start equipping. So let's do that. Up the terrain scan. %. Of course, our environmental signal far less than that. So was the 2 EM launchers. Well, only one of them saw us. Seemed like a squad, so I figured they would both come. Avoid siege moding. Siege moding. That could get dangerous, especially if this like researcher pops into line of sight. Or we could probably destroy the heck out of him. Probably would not be or anything. Pretty annoying that this guy just has this little. There's another programmer down there. Nice. Over here. So could be his terminal. I feel like I know that there's an operator in here. If I kill the operator, I could probably get a corruption cleaning utility. There's a terminal in there and go from. Also gets us closer to the exit. There's a room down here. We have enough breathing time to. Weapon. Guys through this wall. Wow, that's Reds. I didn't realize that. Have to be accepted. This guy's gonna. Turn around here. There's more. Probably nothing in this room. I should just ignore it. That apparently is not explosive. Scan window now show. A lot of the rooms that have like the really nice items have like special like blue chambers and not a normal room. And it's probably not worth down here and alerting the guy. Guys are here to stay, unfortunately. Want to fight them? Huh, I might never get through here. Oh, are they walking into that room? Into a safe spot, I guess. That's weapons. Drop a siege mode for this. Probably I can. I don't think we're gonna get into much trouble here, and hopefully it'll make it go faster without accuracy bonus. I was looking for something else in my inventory. Oh, yeah, I need my matter. And thanks to these walls being blown up, I can. Guys, yet. Their loot, probably won't matter. Probably take all these off when walking through this room. Oh, this is this guy's. Weak to. Oh my god. Of course we hit the explosive thing. 100% stability though, so we didn't blow up there. I don't think it's able to. It'd lose all of our tracking intel from. Oh, that's an advanced sensor, right? That's from the Watcher. Oh, I bet recyclers clean that. Actually, would have been pretty nice. Advanced sensors, or oh, this is a very, very good item. A lot of these items have what they call prefab layouts for the equipment. And this terminal will usually tell you about it. The subatomic replicator will clone item to break into these. So just from, I want to call it map sense, and what that was, we can really key ability. I actually want to write some kind of guide that has pictures of all these. A bit of a learning curve there. I have most of them memorized. Here. Extremely strong. I don't know if there's anything right now that we would want. But we can't go for the meme 12 weapon slot double energy or super weapon build. That could come in very, very, very. Those programmers could show up at any. I don't really have sensors. Tracking came out to here, but I'll have to fight the. Normally go into siege mode, but that's not safe. He's just like floating around. Grabbing the gamma rifles. Could probably build around these actually. 20 to 25 EM damage. We have 4 weapon slots. Salvage. Bad backup. Kinetics are getting quite. I killed. Oh shoot. This guy. This usually gives you a lot of loot. Not that time. Usually it doesn't like affect self. Minus 100 energy. Oh, that's it. No heat. Probably make fights. Healthy. Especially since they're only digging tool at the moment. Alright. Getting into like dangerous territory. Kind of rare for this to have this much dead space. It's gonna be funneling down. Gonna be a lot of stuff here as well. It's not explosive. I don't think we care to scandalize anything. Calibrator, we don't really need that. Biometal medium treads. Medium treads are kind of not amazing. Compared to no treads, oh my god, these are down to 4 integrity. Could work with these Centrium heavy treads, which have quite a bit of integrity left on them still. And then hopefully 2 medium treads, but grab that signal tread. Now we're kind of planning for like 2 different builds. I'm grabbing EM guns in addition to my kinetic guns. I'm grabbing legs in addition to my treads. We're getting really taxed on inventory space. Improved component analysis suite. Does that work on alien artifacts? It'd be really nice in S7. I feel like I should hold on to that if I can. Like everything I have in my story is so. So maybe that's our only source of cooling, though. I should not take that off. Oh, Congo line. Threads. And an ARC. Actually, without the engineers, another one's gonna come because of this. The green bots can jump over, guys. Did work pretty well with their piercing penetrating weapons. I have to equip my we're shielding so we can't. Oh, I think he repaired everything though, so we can actually hit him. Oh, I am wrong. The Earth's still... I can't attack him again. I hate engineers so much. The fact that they can call reinforcements on repetitive turns is kind of dumb, in my opinion. And also the fact that like an enemy hitting an engineer. As much as the Cogmind doing it. Drop his sensors. And we have reinforcements coming. That. Barrier for phase shift. There's my coil gun. I don't think we have any more kinetic weapons. My tractor beam for a second. Spicy. We have 78 matter at the moment. We just jumped up to 524. In a mess, huh? Those medium treads actually sped me up quite a bit. Base speed 145 versus 160. Down to 172 speed. I'm trying to cut through the wall. Oh, I see hackware. Their experimental matter compressor, I think we only need one. Ours beat up at all? Filter could be nice. Reduce the matter cost of firing any weapon by 30%. Slot. That makes it... the hard cell, heavy autocannon, tri-rail accelerator maybe? Like the cannons as much, but... use this terminal before... Correct purge threat at 4%. I think I should try and get a tracking Trojan. I should have grabbed that hack. Yeah, tri-rail accelerator. 3 projectiles that do pretty good damage, as much damage as other stuff, and low critical, but with our advanced target analyzer. 6. Only 3 tread slots equipped. -3 recoil. +6 volley accuracy overall. Positive. Any right. Gun or something. Grab them all. Oh, an improved Concelerator. Increases ballistic gun/cannon minimum damage by 40%. But cannot increase it beyond the weapon's maximum. That's actually probably really good for these. So these do 25 or 20 to 35 damage. 28 to 35 damage. +4 average damage. 6 shots. That's actually probably pretty good. What else we have to make room for, though? Backup engine, too. Relying on that quite a bit. Light reactors have low storage, but we do have our energy wells, so it's not... Rock bomb launchers. Very high concern. I feel like I need 4 legs. Pretty good. I want to get sensors back online, so we want the signal interpreter. Particle accelerator is kind of endgame stuff. It'd be fun another one, even though I probably will. Thermal barrier, phase shifter, force fields are all doing for us right now. System shield might be the wing. I feel like any hackware is decent hackware right now, though. I don't want to. Improved component analysis suite is the weak link. Either that or one of our weapons. Tempted to drop some KE pens now that we have tri-rails. Another stockpile of... Still serve us like till the end game, though, to be completely honest, for the kind of build we're doing. Rifles and Herf cannon. Maybe I ditch the gamma rifles, since I'm going to be using tri-rails for now. Get our backup power. I wonder if the other railgun's better than this. I think that's going to make big enough of a difference. Be pretty freaking good for us in the long run. Oh, I can equip a my armor leg right now. I have it activated, and it acts as some armor. Grab this. That is the CRM. Or reset matrix. Want that? Might. Oh, that would cleanse our corruption too. Okay, so the CRM's a really interesting item. We're not gonna be able to play the rest of this game without getting to quote unquote spoilers. But basically, it turns Cogmind into a little bit of a gives him some alien properties, the robot ones. So it like erases your memory. You lose certain stuff you might want to lose sometimes. Like we'll lose all of our schematics. Be a shame because I think we have the sensor array, which I'd like to build if we could. Cleanses all of your corruption, which is really nice, especially for us right now. The thing it does is it identifies all alien artifacts and shows you where they are on the map. Help a lot for us to take advantage of these reasons. For those two reasons alone, cleansing our system corruption, revealing all the alien artifacts. I was going to consider doing it anyways, just for the alien artifact. That'll make it worth it for us. I think there's anything we're doing, and I hope I'm not forgetting anything, but that'll... I think that erases like your riff abilities if you're going down that path. Quote unquote data conduit, which is another kind of branch reward. It erases all of that. I want to go over there. Now the problem is it doesn't look like we can get out this way. All the way back around here. Could be worth it. Siege mode sounds good here. 43% chance. Volley time is... Oh, I don't have penetration here. Going to. Not have penetration. And they do, so he would have just kept shooting me through that wall. I'm not kitted out very well for this. Should have done this while I was sieging. Throw the phase shifter on him, at least. Kidding me? Hitting this wall because we knocked. Playing. An accelerator, we could probably destroy this wall in like one volley. 28. Gives us like probably close to 50% for the wall if we hit it. Sweet. Yep, he destroyed it the first volley and killed him with it. So yeah, they dropped. Surprised this dropped, but pretty much nothing and like no matter. That's gonna be a problem. In fact, we're already starting to get low on. Really? I destroyed the 2 walls. Isn't going that well. In the siege mode again. Affected matter. We're at minus 20% to hit because of our crush. Okay, that worked. Programmer's coming. That is fine. We're on my tractor beam, so I got all this matter. Over 300. Top this off. There was another researcher here that I want. Operator. Carbon. Hunter drop that. Thought there was another guy too. Go. Okay. Kidding me? Another processor got shot off? Here's our terrain scanning. Sucks. We get a basic terrain scan process from this guy. Or close as good as the advanced one, of course. Well. That is definitely Well, we're doing a great job of killing stuff. That's very nice. Oh, shoot. That was a researcher warning. I thought it was... You always get a warning when you try to crush enemies like that. Oh. Well, might get exciting here. Even worth going into siege mode. He's probably going to get to us. We might not even be able to act without potentially hitting these guys. This is a really terrible... He's going to jump over everyone. Yep, here he is. Oh, we killed him. That really could have been potentially game ending for us, so... I'm glad that worked out. Oh, and drop anything? If they have component analysis, that's all they have, and that's not. I wonder if they had like a corruption. Out of here now. Oh, I should have known what that was. We're gonna have to fight them either way. Researcher pops in here, we're probably in trouble. I'm gonna go to siege mode. Guy's up pretty good. Actually shooting down, because I'm kind of afraid shooting through him and opening this door or a wall might expose a researcher. Only 2 there? There's 3 guys here. I only killed 2. Want to see what's in this room? We're gonna have to go out this way anyway, so I think we just go in here first. Oh shoot. Sorry, poor Surf. We had system corruption effect. FCS attempts to trigger tri-roll accelerator. System corrupted. Tri-roll accelerator misfires. And that should be random, but we just shot behind us and 360 no scope to Surf. There's some good matter there, though. I'm totally gonna throw my tractor beam real quick. I guess we're already topped off. Maybe I should have grabbed that other matter. Look at another opportunity. The CRM. Let's just. A little cheesy. A screenshot of the map because part of the data that you lose is the map, so we're gonna forget everything that's here. I don't think we're gonna need it, just in case. Yeah, let's gobble this up. Wiping memory, core reset. Corruption 0. And now we'll have the tracking corrosion. There we go. Shoot. Hypermatrix surge. Normally happens when your core drops like below half or so. Maybe that was just showing us this stuff. Only 2 artifacts? Super weak quarantine. It's CRM, subatomic replicator, and these 2 artifacts. Geez, well, we've been running for quite a bit. Call it here and pick up from here. We can crank out a lot of episodes this week. Try and get a lot of recording done. I hate leaving you guys half here, but this seems like a good stopping point due to time and where we were at. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. It's funny how we're just like wavering up and down, like above and below the line of like having a trash build and having like a pretty effective build. Kind of what I like about this game. At times it can feel like a little bit too much variance and like randomness, but usually you can find enough parts to like keep you afloat. And that's what we're doing so far. Throwing some medium tread we found and some cool kinetic cannon off to the races. So really curious where alert is. Using these big powerful cannons is not helping that, especially because destroying walls with them raises our alert a little bit more as well. Hopefully we can deal with that soon, but yeah, let's call it here and see how we can wrap this up next episode. I'm really happy that our corruption is at 0 or reset stuff. Be a lot of fun. So I will see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.